So I had to change my plans from what I was going to come and talk about today, because I seen something when I was having my breakfast that really fucking pissed me off, and it's something that I've spoke about before, something that I've actually joked about before to the actual T, but I feel like I actually need to come and give you a serious bit of chat about it, because it's something that I do think is important, and it's something that you definitely need to hear and not get drawn away by stupid, irresponsible fucking advice. So there's an influencer called Alex Eubank. If you don't know him, he looks like a 12-year-old girl, and he's been about for a few years. Now, I'll be totally honest, I've never watched one of these guys' videos in my life. The way that I see stuff about him is other people talking about him, and tends to be a natty or not, or something stupid that he said, or something that doesn't make any sense training wise. Like, I don't really feel like I see the best actual view of this guy, but there's been the whole natty or not thing about him for years, and if you want my opinion, I don't think he's ever really been natural. I think he's probably always been taking stuff. But all that speculation about whether he was taking stuff has now been made redundant, because he's now come out and said that that's him taking his first cycle. But it's not a steroid cycle he's on, it's TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, if you don't know. And what that basically means is that if your test levels fall outside the normal range, then you can get an extra dose from the doctor just to build you back up and keep you normal, so that you're not like deficient in testosterone. And he's saying that he needs this testosterone replacement therapy because he is naturally low in testosterone, and I can't even fucking say it with a straight face, and he's reached his genetic limit, and he just basically wants to like take it a step further. And the whole thing is just so stupid, and genuinely the reason that this like irks me so much, this one in particular, is because he obviously does have a big following, and a lot of his following is like young teenagers, younger guys who are just getting into the gym. I don't want to jump ahead too much, but when he's basically been training for like 4 or 5 years and telling people I'm at my genetic limit, I need to take steroids, what do you think that's going to influence other people to do? I'll come to that later on in the video, but I don't even know where to start. I mean, the whole thing's just so fucking stupid. So let's just go through this. He's saying that he is naturally low on testosterone, and he's deficient in testosterone, and he doesn't feel good, and he's a little bitty sore and tired, and whatever pishes that he's coming out with. What you need to understand is that testosterone is a vehicle that your body uses to build muscle, and that's why people take extra doses of it to build more muscle. So just make that clear. Now, if he really was that low on testosterone, do you really think that he would be carrying as much muscle and have the physique and training the 4, 5, 6 days a week in the gym that he's doing? Like, you do understand that just would not be fucking happening. You would be feeling crap, and you would be carrying next to no muscle, and you wouldn't have the energy to go and train. It's like, he's just trying to create a good, valid reason and excuse about why he needs to take the steroids, rather than just coming out and fucking owning it and saying like, you know what, I want to take steroids because I want to get bigger and I want to improve my physique. Like, why can you not just do that? Because I guarantee you're not going to look like as much of a fucking clown if you just came out and you were just honest about it. And let's just say that he is actually low on testosterone. Let's say that whatever levels that he's in, and again, you can manipulate on any given day what your testosterone shows, but let's say he generally is deficient in testosterone. Like, do you really think it's affecting him? Like, however much he's got, again, is enough to produce a pretty fucking decent physique, and somebody who trains in the gym regularly. So even if it was in the low side, or it was out of the normal range for whatever reason, I mean, I don't believe it is, but let's just for argument's sake say it was, it's still clearly not stopping you doing anything. So again, whatever it's saying on paper, you don't actually need it, and you're just trying to create a reason and an excuse about why, yeah, it's okay to take steroids. And I don't know why these fucking clowns can't just come out and just own it and just be like, yeah, you know what, I want to take X, Y, and Z because I want to look like this and I want to get bigger and whatever else. But I've been there myself when I was younger. It just gives people unrealistic expectations, and they just get so discouraged when they're not making the progress that they think they should be making. And then it didn't happen with me, but I'm sure it happened to other people as well, where they see people making loads of progress and they think it's natural, so then they think, oh, I'm shit, so I need to go and take steroids. And it's just like this horrible, shitty cycle of people making stupid fucking decisions that they don't know any better about, and they're going to regret later. And the other brilliant claim that he's made, fucking get this one, he's at his genetic limit. So I don't even know how long he's been training, but I know he's not that old. I think he's like 24. Let's call him 25. Let's even call him 26. I don't care. Mid-20s, fucking mid-20s. You really try to tell me that you've maxed out your potential after what can only be less than 10 years of training, I'm assuming, if it's mid-20s, and you've not even hit like 30. Like, It's just bullshit. It's just lies and bullshit. And it's funny because the bodybuilding season's just sort of ending, and I've got a few people I know who compete in natural bodybuilding, and as always there's an asterisk next to how natural it is, but there's definitely going to be a lot of the guys on stage that are definitely 100% natural. There's umpteen people on that stage that have got 10 times better physique than he's got, and people who I personally know that competed a few years ago or last year and competed this year and they've like drastically improved. So genetic natural limit at like mid-20s, it just blows my mind. Have you lost up a lot of your natural limit at that point? Yeah, probably, and you do obviously get to the point of diminishing returns, but you're really trying to say that you've maxed it out by fucking, like, even 30, let's just call it 30, he's not 30, but let's just say he was. Fuck off. Now on to the actual TRT itself. I mean, testosterone replacement therapy has just been used and abused for years now, and for anybody that follows combat sports, there was a period in the 2010s that it was just like rife in the UFC, and it was like the loophole they found to cheat the drug testing. It was a big known thing, and all the champions were all just like roided up to the gills under the guys that they were only on TRT, and eventually they copped onto it and it got banned. What you need to understand is that testosterone replacement therapy wasn't designed for fucking 20-year-old guys with no health ailments. It was designed for older people as they get older and testosterone levels naturally decrease, or you do maybe have some sort of health problem that just affects your testosterone. And what happens now is, because you can manipulate your testosterone test through a plethora of different ways, people aren't just actually taking like a TRT dose, they're taking like basically a steroid cycle dose of what you would be given like somebody who's just like, oh yeah, I'm taking tests because I'm a bodybuilder. Like, that is the levels that we're talking about, that people are taking it, but they're doing it under the guise of, oh, it's just taking me up into the normal range, and it's just so much absolute bullshit. And I've seen clips of Eubanks talking about this as well, where he's basically just saying like, oh no, I'm only on TRT dose, and whenever anybody like calls it anything other than TRT, he's like quick to correct them. He says, no, I'm only on TRT, I'm only on TRT. You're probably not just on TRT because you're a fucking liar. And secondly, even if you were on TRT, it's not just TRT, it's just T, it's just fucking testosterone, and you're just doing it under the guise of it being a health ailment, and it's just fucking lying to people and manipulating people, and just, again, going to result in more people making stupid fucking decisions. And what's so ironic about this is that this whole scenario is literally the skit that I posted a couple months back, where somebody who's perfectly healthy and has no problem training just cries wolf to a doctor to get their testosterone, and it's just like a weird fucking moral loophole about taking steroids. And again, I hate it. I fucking can't stand it. Him doing it doesn't bother me, but it's when that advice is going to rub off to other fucking people and other people are going to listen to that. That's what fucking pisses me off. And please, for the love of Christ, if you listen to this and you think somebody like him's on fucking whatever, I should be on stuff as well, you do not. Please, under no circumstances, listen to the stupid influencing bullshit fucking advice. I've had enough ranting, I've hurt my voice. Link for everything is in the description. Catch yous later. Come in. Hi, doctor. Good morning, Mr. Volcano. Mr. Volcano. Just Volcano. Oh, okay. Volcano. What can I help you with today? Well, I'm just feeling really low on energy and lacking motivation. Right, okay, well, let's take a look at a few things. Have you had any illnesses recently? Have you been sleeping okay? I need TRT. Right, okay. And how have you come to that conclusion? Because I'm low on testosterone. Right. And how exactly do you know that? Because I just do. How often do you train? 6 days a week, lifting really heavy. Right, well, if you were that low on energy, I'm not quite sure how you would be managing all of that. Have you had any blood work done? Yep, here it's here. Well, that does seem awful low for someone who is in excellent shape. Your arms are looking massive. Cheers, doc. Right, so if your testosterone was really that low and you do feel that bad, then you wouldn't be able to do all the things that you're doing. You wouldn't be able to train 6 days a week and build that amazing physique and be so strong and handsome. Okay, I do need to ask you this. Have you previously, or are you currently taking any PEDs? Sorry, I'm dyslexic. Performance enhancing drugs, steroids, SARMs? Well, I can't quite remember. Did I maybe have some for my dinner last night? You must be able to remember if you've taken anabolics. Yeah, I think I might have, just a little bit. And what did you take? Tren, D-bol and Anavar. Right, geez, okay. So that would also explain why you've got the tiny tadger then. Nah, it's always been that wee. So what's happened is you've taken that many steroids that you've crashed your body's natural testosterone production, and that's why your readings are so low. Exactly. So I doubled my original testosterone with all the drugs, so now I need to replace that. That's not how it works. If I were to give you TRT, it would only be to take you back up to the normal range. How? Because that's all it was designed for, and might I add, not actually for someone off your age and physical capabilities. I'm sorry. So basically, I've never eaten or slept in 3 days for nothing. What? Okay. What I can maybe do is prescribe you a moderate dose just to build your test levels back up. Okay, moderate dose, that sounds good. And will I be able to lie to all my Instagram followers and claim that I'm still natural? Well, were you already doing that when you were on a heavy cycle? Oh, aye. Well, I don't see why it matters then. That's true. Okay, well, here you go. Here's your prescription for testosterone replacement therapy, and it's ready for you to go and get started right away. Oh, amazing, Doc. Thank you so much. My pleasure, Volcano. You want me to give you your first injection? Oh, that'd be great. Can you stick it in my bum? No problem.